Cardiac Cycle presentation by Jeffrey Adams, Masters of Science in Exercise Physiology, Cardiovascular and Pulmonary Physiology, due March 25th. The phases of the heart cycle. The heart muscle contracts and relaxes to pump the blood throughout the body. The left and right side of the heart contracts simultaneously but independent of each other. When in contraction state, this is called systole. Dystole is when it's in a relaxed state. And this right here is the diagram of the Weger's diagram showing the left side of the heart. Atrial stole. Arterial pressure increases as the atrial contracts. Ventricular pressure increases slightly as the blood from the atria enters the ventricles. Ventricular pressure rises to a pressure greater than arterial pressure, causing a atrial ventricular valve to shut. And right here on the diagram it shows that part. Isovolumetric contraction. It shows it right here in the graph and it highlights it. Ventricular pressure increases as the ventricles contract. Both the mitral and aortic valves are shut, so the volume of the ventricle stays the same while the ventricle contracts. Ventricular pressure increases to the point where it becomes equal to the arterial pressure, causing the aortic valve to open. The ejection phase, also known as the ventricular stall. Ventricular pressure continues to rise as the ventricles continue to contract until they reach this peak. During this phase, blood is ejected from the heart. Arterial pressure increases as blood enters the aorta from the ventricles, and the aorta contracts to pump blood around the body. Ventricular and arterial pressures decrease after reaching a peak as blood is leaving. Ventricular pressure falls slower than arterial pressure, at which point the aortic valve will close. Dystole. Both aortic and mitral valves are shut, so the volume of the ventricles is constant while they relax. When the ventricular pressure falls below the atrial pressure, the mitral valve will open. Atrial and ventricular pressure initially drop slightly, but as the blood enters the atria, pressure starts to rise again due to diastolic filling. The next cycle then starts when the atria contracts. And that is my presentation.